Gold Squad TV, Gold Squad General. I'm out here in the cold, freezing. Got my new hoodie, got the bandana rocking. You know what I'm saying? Um, R&B heads, or people who like music. What is going on with R&B, man? R&B hasn't been the same to me since the mid 2000s. I felt like the industry. I feel like the industry right now is trying to shove down this whole, emo movement when it comes to R&B music now. I know it's a lot of talented artists like LMA, um, her, and a lot of these talented artists. I salute them. I'm not knocking their talents, and you know, their music might not be my cup of tea, but I want to just get to a bigger point. You ever notice? And this could go through all genres of music, but I just want to kind of like break this down for R&B. You ever notice that the only move they try to pump down people's throats is the breakup and the I should have cheated mode? No disrespect to Keisha Cole, but just keeping it real. You ever notice that that's all they always put? All these songs are always about a breakup or what should have been, why it didn't work out. And you wonder why the state of America is the way it is. Because, art imitates life sometimes. If you notice how life is, a lot of relationships don't last anymore. I could easily put this on a food for thought, but I'm leaving food for thoughts for next week. I just want to strictly stick to basic content this week. So let me ask y'all. A question. Do you think, or do you see where I'm coming from when I see there's only one subject matter really being catered to in R&B? Now, back in the 80s and even the early 90s, the subjects were either falling in love and being in a relationship, being cool, not just being happy, being in love and wanting that person to be around forever. And even in the 90s up to the mid 90s, at least, it started getting to the whole, I want to be a freak. Dina Howard, shout to Dina Howard, salute. But she wasn't trying to be mean or playful or mean to. She's just talking about her taste in guys and all that. I feel like now we've gotten to a point, and I noticed because I've been in cars with people, men and women, and had car tests, even when they don't even know it's a car test. Because in my mind, I'm always researching. And I'm remembering old and new, and I'm putting them all together. And I'm like, yo, I know it's a massive difference. I feel like R&B is going through what, like grunge music went through. Like my older sister, I'm not gonna mention her name, Amenity. I love my sister, but back in the days, she used to really be in the Nirvana, Pearl Jam, um, Nine Inch Nails, 311, Limp Bizkit, you know, but a lot of like REM. I remember listening to REM growing up and listening to Pearl Jam and listening. Nirvana's got some dope. They're a dope band and they're great. And well, I'm obviously mentioning legendary groups. The grunge era is really more about depression and feeling like really down about things. Like like you see what happened to Cobain. You heard those old Nirvana joints, those old Pearl Jam joints back in the days. A lot of those songs were really depressing. Hell, if I listen to Eddie Vedder right now at my job, if I happen to be working, I start feeling like I need to start tearing up. So that's how I feel where R&B's at right now. It's either the depression, the change, the cheated, or I feel like everything's just sad to me, or like everybody's just too cool, slipped out too much. I mean, are we losing? Are we really, really, really kind of losing the happiness in music in general, but specifically R&B? Whatever happened to them Billy Ocean joints? Like whatever happened to the Keith Sweat songs? Whatever happened to Johnny Gill, LSG? You know what I mean? New Edition. I could keep going on and on. Um, BBD. You know what I mean? Like Boys II Men. Although Boys II Men had some sad songs, like had some sad songs. Their whole catalog wasn't all about sad joints. A lot of them songs are really kind of bring people together and unify. Yo, when are we going? Like, are we ever gonna get those moments back? I'm not expecting the '90s to come back or the '80s to come back, but are we really gonna just continue to just sit here and listen to music that really kind of caters to a mood in a setting? Because if I listen to R&B now, I guarantee you by like a half an hour in, I'm gonna feel like, yo, I need to jump off a bridge. And God forgive me, I'm not gonna actually do that, but it's just I'm not gonna lie, that's how I be feeling sometimes when I hear some of this new R&B. The music's great. You're gonna talk about the production, and it takes a lot of talent. Trust me, I'm a former rapper. I know how it is to have to write, and I know that it takes time. You don't just go and write something and just go in there and do it. Especially singing's different. Singing is a much different art. That said, where do y'all think, or what do y'all think about today's R&B music? Is it good? Is it kind of depressing? Is it something y'all just kind of stay away from, or is it something kind of like maybe you think it's really in a good state? I kind of gave my opinion. I mean, I'm not trying to hate, but it's just keeping it real. I just be feeling like I want to jump off a bridge when I hear that. But anyway, salute all the artists I mentioned. That's no shade. I'm just kind of speaking from a fan's perspective because I really be feeling like the music just be sad all the time. And yo, like I'm a hip hop head. Trust me, I listen to a lot of stuff that has substance. And sometimes some of it's not always good. You're talking about street shit. You're talking about like life experiences. I'm a huge Wu fan. Trust me. First one to tell you when you listen to Cream, they're talking about their life experiences, but they're not doing that a whole album. They also have songs that are like Protect Your Neck. They have all these other joints that are dope that really kind of allude to their lyrical skill. The subjects are great, but I just want to hear I want to hear more broad spectrum. I guess that's what I'm making this for. But anyway, let's get back to the day. Back at the end of the day, man. When it comes down to this, it's like I personally don't think R&B is where it used to be. I think it's just really depressing to listen to now. But what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. Gold Squad TV. Back in a few. Salute.